Hi there, this is Lauren Giles live in the jungle again in Miami. And guess what? I did like an episode on the tarot, and I don't think this is going to turn into a tarot channel. But I do have a few more things to say about the tarot because I was thinking, people are probably going to be enjoying to learn about specific tarot readings. And in the previous video, I covered like the Celtic Cross. And I'm thinking, a lot of people are very involved in relationships. And they would appreciate knowing about the Native American spread. And then also one that I do for past, present, future. Anyway, I got some things on my mind. So I'll just say quickly, I really need to make my cat and dog sanctuaries big time. And make my movies. Cats have a legal right to roam, and they have a hard time as it is. And dogs, no freaking chance. And dogs being abandoned all over the place. So guess what? If you want to help the situation, at least my part of the world, working with cats and dogs and everything, I put some links in the description below, and you can donate to all the community cats I feed. And I put a wish list, so things that will help me in my mission, to make my cat and dog sanctuaries and to make my movies. And that would be fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to lay out the first spread, Native American spread for relationships. And I hope you enjoy this. Oh, yeah, listen. Please listen to this episode till the end. And please subscribe. And if you comment, even better. Thank you. Okay, here we go with the Native American spread. Okay, I'm going to tell you the positions, then go through and give you some quick reading. Consciously, it's like this. Say, for example, you were involved with someone and you want to know what they think of you. Consciously, this would be what they think of you. Spiritually, this is what they think of you. On the material plane, this is what they think of you. Short term, the way they're likely to engage with you. Long term, the way it's likely to be. And you actually have the moon over there, like it's under the spread. Sometimes you can read that, sometimes not. So I'm not even going to deal with that right now. Okay, consciously, they think you're very discriminating and balanced. And, this card particularly applies to someone like an Aquarius person who's just like really into making sound, balanced judgments. So I would say they have respect. And this is also a card of the major arcana. It's like a heavy card. So I would say they have respect for your judgment, at least. They have some respect for your intellect also. Spiritually, you're growing, and I feel like the world hasn't really seen who you are yet. You haven't quite blossomed into maturity yet, but it's solid, it's sound, and it's well-based financially, although that's not the position of materiality. This is the position of materiality. And this generally means like creativity, and it can mean like sexual power. So, for example, I might read there in a reading like, they think you're hot and creative or creative, but it really depends on the person and the spread. Short term, the way they're likely to be with you, I would say sensory satisfaction, enjoying being with you, very enjoyable. This is a card of appetite, satisfied, drinking, dancing, other physical things. And long term, on the up. They would see you as rising in fortune, a fortunate person. So basically, it's an enjoyable spread. I'm not sure you'd want this spread or find it applicable to marriage. Or maybe, it just seems like whoever you're involved with, it would be for better. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the Native American spread. Next, we're going to do a very simple past, present, future one. Okay, here's a very simple past, present, future spread. So this is present, 8 cups, straight ahead. This is, they call it lust here, but strength in other decks. What you don't expect, the Chariot, also coming in the near future. In other decks, it's called the World. Here, Knight of Cups. That's like the final outcome. And this is like the base, the underlying score. So I'm just going to read it like this. You're in a situation or relationship, most probably situation, that you just need to leave because there's just nothing going on. Like Everything is spent, like it's done its time, it's over. Just leave. And straight ahead, it's a very sexual card, particularly in this deck, but then this is like the most sexual deck. The Aleister Crowley. It means be at one with your, not just your sexuality, your creative power. And remember, some people create through sex. I don't mean hooking. Oh, look, there's a little beautiful cat. Hey, baby girl. Her name is Naughty Pants. Okay, the Chariot. Yeah, you just need to move on very physically, and this is almost like a house move. And needing to leave like the darkness of the past around. Baby, will you get out of my way? And then the near future is also like you need to choose like who you want to be, this new self that you've given birth to. It's like a very significant time for you to move on. And then Knight of Cups. I used to always read this like a guy offering his heart or at least some kind of pleasurable involvement. But sometimes it's also like you need to go out there and offer your love, and it doesn't necessarily mean romantic. And underneath is the home card. It's like celebration also, but it's very like the home card of finding like your right place to be. And it's kind of echoed under the stack of cards, which is also like a home and contentment card. Okay, here's a quick Celtic Cross reading with the Aleister Crowley deck. This position, there's the Prince of Cups. I've just dropped one of them. I mean, it really depends on the person and the spread, the time that you do the spread and all that stuff. But basically, that's usually a guy. It can be a guy who's a bit plump, someone who likes to drink. Generally, they're nice guys. And over it there is a sense of pain. So it really would depend on the particular spread that you're reading. Clearly, it could be someone who's aggravating you, but it's not just a guy. It can just be like situations you have to deal with. So that's why it's so important to read very specifically for a person. Okay, but definitely Three of Swords is a sense of betrayal and pain. And consciously, Nine of Swords, like this is a really miserable card. This is a card of fear and anxiety and feeling like, oh, will this pain go on forever? But the good thing about the Nine of Swords is, well, you're kind of getting close to the end. You've been through the worst of it, And then subconsciously is the Death card, is transformation. And I think there's just been a lot of pain in this person's life, but it's coming to an end, It's like a cycle of karma, if you believe such a thing. All these trials and tribulations are coming to an end, but they're still not in the light yet. In the sense of having a good time. Or, do what they want to do, whatever, fulfillment. They're not in fulfillment yet. And they're still releasing the rubbish and the darkness of the past, which may not be their darkness. It could be the darkness they've had to deal with from family and from environment and from ancestry, whatever. And in the past, they've already made their decision. Whoever has got the spread, they made their decision of this new self that they want to be. Fortunately, from the doom and despair, they're going to clarity and victory. I could go on about that, but come on. This person is winning and going to win more. Where they are right now? Well, this is interesting because it comes up as a guy again. It could be a male influence, but particularly when I read young women's cards at events, I'm particularly finding like they can turn up as guys because the balance of power shifted so much. Women are coming more into their power. So this could also be for a woman who's coming into power and basically domination. She's going to have a lot of power and she's going to wield a lot of power. She's coming into her power. All right, in the environment or the way people see this person is someone about to move, who's moving, and particularly refers to a house move, but also letting go again of the darkness of the past, fear or desire, wanting the grimness of just all this work. It feels like all work and no play, and all work and no payment. Remember, the gross national product of every country, I'm still sure, is very largely dependent on women's free work. Whatever it is, this woman, again, I'm feeling as a woman, works too much and gets paid too little. And the final outcome, it's a good thing. It could be a rich guy. Previously, in previous times, I would have said it's a rich guy. But now, again, like I'm saying, the amount of times this card has come up in young women's spreads at the events I do, it's like they are coming into power. They are making money. They're taking over the world. So this person is coming into power and will receive a lot more money. And the influences that I like to do at the end, just in case I don't like the end card. So I like to see influences that are good, and these are very good. Big pile of money, still making more money and still developing situations in home. Like, basically, I think this spread is about someone coming into power. So that's the Celtic Cross. Just let me lay it out a little more properly for you. This is the basic spread. So what I do for individuals and events and everything, I will do the Celtic Cross, and then you don't even have to see that. But then I'll ask them, like, do you have particular questions? And then they can pull from the deck and I'll give them an answer. So there you go. Thank you for watching my episode on tarot spreads till the end. Please like, subscribe, comment, and have a really fantastic day.